On February the 2nd, 2011, my mother died, Corine Davis. She died from cancer. All right. This is dedicated to Corine Davis because I made her a promise. On February the 2nd, 2011, I turned in Governor O'Malley and his crime machine. I turned in Governor O'Malley and 52 politicians that lock up Black Baltimore, that break the law. I'm giving this to Gayle King. As a matter of fact, Gayle King already got this. That's my Community Verizon Award from Mayor Kathleen Pugh. That's my Community Verizon Award for Shorty Davis. You feel me? I got a lot of awards, but awards don't mean nothing without change. I applied for Martin Luther King's job to address the war on drugs. In 1986, 3/3/1986, me and my mother started a Shorty program. It was about ending the war on drugs. I didn't want to sell drugs no more, and she didn't want to bury her son. You feel me? So I made my mother a promise that you couldn't make me sell drugs no more. You couldn't make me live that life no more. So I came to Baltimore, and I reinvented myself. I'm Shorty, the barbecue guy. Everybody know me in Baltimore. 85% of the richest people in the state is my clients. You feel me? And by my clients, like David Irwin, the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians, I know your agenda of mass incarceration. I'm the spook who sat by the door. Now, everything that I'm telling you, you go to Gayle King today and get it. I don't want no misunderstandings. Because in applying for Martin Luther King's job, it don't got no 401k. It ain't got no retirement plan. All that is guaranteed is death. Well, I'm 60 years old. I got to do something that Martin didn't do. I got to see my grandkids. I got to raise my kids. But now I'm getting ready to pick up that baton and fight for this struggle. The man who would be king. Mic check. It's the narrative life of a slave, all right? And I was talking about the prison industry, about being black in America. It's the criminalization of poverty. And that's what Martin fought about, poverty. He talked about police brutality and injustice. So I use a toilet to do it, and I use it through art. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. And people pay attention to dumbass shit. But when I do dumbass shit, I show some real shit. I'm ignorantly intelligent. I'm just going to show black on black racism. Black faces carrying out a white agenda of Jim Crow justice. Because, see, white people ain't the only ones that kept us in bondage. Black people helped them keep us in bondage so they can stay ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's about the prison industry in Maryland. It's about Kurt Anderson. It's about the role that the media plays in this. It's like I said, I'm doing a documentary. And the documentary is about your prison industry. I'm a member of Out for Justice. And it ain't gonna just be us. Y'all made me homeless because of this. But even though I'm homeless, I'm still doing the work. I call it my Jesus trick. When Jesus fed the multitude, I was there. Told them to cut the fish and fry that shit. That's why you got fish on Friday. You better ask somebody. Yeah, that's Ray Lewis. I work for 85% of the richest people in the state. It's the art of getting money. I'm a caterer and a private chef. And this is my homeless program I got going on. You feel me? Because I'm homeless. I ain't going to be homeless too much longer, because if you do your job, I'm going to have my money. All right? That's Governor, no, not Governor, that's Johnny Olszewski. That's the U.S. Department of Justice. And Johnny Olszewski asked the Department of Justice to investigate my case. All right? That means the Department of Justice got to investigate Governor O'Malley. It's a whistleblower. That's the case. And that's the case from 2010 when you came in my house and put guns to my head. Y'all put guns in my head. Baltimore City Police Department, Maryland State Troopers. You came in my house on 3 different occasions and you threatened to kill me. So I put that toilet in front of the Towson courthouse and dared you to kill me. I dared you to kill me. And you didn't do it. You didn't pull the trigger then. And you didn't pull the trigger here. But what you did is told the community a lie. You told them I was a terrorist. You feel me? And I'm going to terrorize you with the truth. Talking about prescription medication and opioids versus the war on drugs. I was filing a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit in 2007. You feel me? Y'all got that. Fox got that. You feel me? I was filing a lawsuit because y'all make our families fatherless families. Now you're making us motherless families because you're locking up our women just like you're locking up our men. And you're locking up our kids. But you're letting white kids go. Commies know this. It's a community conversation about race and racism. It's a community conversation. And the community conversation is going to expose the role that the media plays in the public defenders. You feel me? Public defenders working with the state's attorneys to incarcerate Black Baltimore City and Black Baltimore County. I was insured when I did this. And y'all don't want to pay off the insurance policy. I was insured for $1 million. Y'all don't want to pay off the policy. You don't want to pay me my money. You feel me? Like I said, making a movie. It's going to be called Baltimore Rewired. Baltimore Rewired. And it's going to show all the times I've been to City Hall. It's going to show everything I've been doing since 2006. It's going to show everything I've been doing. It's going to show Governor O'Malley. We're going to have an audit. Like I said, audit for the school records. Dog, like I told you all about the schools. I told you all about the streets. I told you all about all this a long time ago. It's going to be called Baltimore Rewired. And I ain't got to change nobody's names. When I say your name, ain't nothing that you can do about it. It's going to be Baltimore Rewired. We're going to talk about the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians and the war on drugs. President Trump got a Second Chance Act. President Obama said, investigate my incarceration. So this is the investigation of my incarceration. I broke it down like a criminal enterprise. And I'm going to have Donald Trump blowing the whistle. You feel me? Take sugar to shit and shit to sugar, and I'm going to have fun doing it. You made me famous for toilets. This investigation covers Illinois and Maryland. And since Baltimore is the city that reads, I hope you can read this. That's Kathleen Hughes, Jamie Lee Foster Brown. Like I say, I work for 85% of the richest people in this state. And these are the people that have full knowledge of everything that I'm talking about. Everybody here got full knowledge of all this. You knew before I did it, and you knew afterwards. Larry Young, TV One, Radio One, TJ Smith. Like I said, go to Gayle King today. She got it all. We're going to talk about this shit. This is the property that you stole from me. All right? On the 13th day of September, 2011. All right? You took my truck, my computer. You took videotapes. You took stereo equipment. You took a lot of shit. And the value of this stuff in here was over $130 million. I had contracts. I had 13 storyboards. I had 13 different movies. I had 13 storyboards. I had 13 storyboards, and I had movie releases. And if you go to the Department of Justice, you can get all this. Like I said, I'm making a movie called Baltimore Rewired. I'm the cook, and everybody know me. Baltimore's best. Governor O'Malley. Governor Hogan's office. Todd Oppenheimer. Pastor Dante Hickman. Ask Dante Hickman when I mic checked the room and Charles Barkley was there. Yeah, we was talking about race and racism then. No, we're going to give a real view about race and racism. Joshua Harris. And that's TJ Smith. That's TJ Smith. All right? And that's my film producer, Rob Fix. Everything that Rob Fix got is evidence for a federal investigation. Everything I got that Rob Fix got is for the Department of Justice. It's art and activism. You feel me? And we're going to put the Constitution to the test. Because I got a jailhouse diary here. And we talking about lawyers confessions coerced. How much money do you make off of that? Y'all make a lot of money off of that. And we're going to talk about that. Because I got mine, sex, lies, and videotapes. And I left a paper trail. You feel me? And the paper trail go right here. And go straight to Chief Judge Cox. And get my information. Go straight to Chief Judge Cox. It's about your prison industry. I signed my movie release. Now WJZ, y'all can sign yours. Vic Carter, Kai Jackson, Mary Mabala. We're going to show you how you recycle your racism in your media. to protect Governor O'Malley and his O'Malley machine. I got the videos. I got what I need. Never say die. That's Ozzie Newsome. That's Ed Molitolo. That's me. That's me. That's me. And that's Marilyn Mosby. And that's Mr. Harding from the Department of Justice. And it's timestamp. And that's Johnny Oleski. Johnny Oleski asking for the Department of Justice to investigate Shorty. All right, the Department of Justice. It's a whistleblower's application. It goes Baltimore City Council, the mayor of Baltimore City, which was Mayor Pugh at the time, Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. I ain't got no dirt on Jack, but Jack was a city councilman and Jack knew all about this, and Jack didn't do shit. Baltimore City Police Commissioner Harrison, Belfield, Batts, Norris, and Chief Hyatt. State's Attorney Mosby. Because we're going to break your prison industry down, and I'm going to show you how y'all play to play. Never try to pimp a pimp and never try to play a player. Dog, I'm from that era. My game is vicious. You feel me? So like I said, I'm going to break y'all down. Matter of fact, I already broke you down. Y'all never answered none of this mail. You stole me from my house and you stole my business. You feel me? So we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about campaign financing because Aisha Khan owed me $500. Michael Steele owed me $1,500. We're going to talk about Bart Mitchell. We're going to talk about the people and the money behind y'all's campaigns. And we're going to talk about you too. We're not going to leave none of y'all out because y'all tried to play me. Y'all tried to use me to get Delegate Sidnor out of office. No. We're going to talk about your money and the money that you raised and the money that you turned in your campaign. We're going to talk about it because that's what you had me for. I never got paid. And if I did get paid, you didn't put it on your campaign financing report. You didn't put it down. You didn't file your proper taxes. And you got to protect my property. Comptroller, Brian Frost, I need an audit, a federal and a state audit. I work for 85% of the richest people in the state. And the Department of Justice got this information. I'm going to keep my camera rolling. All right, let's see what's on here now. Because like I said, I got 13 years. Let me get this right. It's old school. Y'all don't know nothing about this. See that? Uh-oh, nothing to play. Well, if we don't play them, we can definitely play these. Sex, lies, and videotapes. We're going to talk about these tapes. And we're going to lead it right back here. Because like I said, you go to Trump, he got this. He going to blow the whistle. That's Trump right there. And that's Trump right there. That's Shorty right there. And that's going to be Baltimore rewired. Baltimore rewired. You shouldn't have did what you did. Now we're going to do what I do.